Is there any particular ticker you're interested in futures? I don't think particularly it's going to matter at this point. But again, similarly to your Swiss yen, you've come up significantly. You're at all-time highs, and your job as a trader essentially is to be looking for value. Where is it the ultimate value, or where are you going to attain the most value? Sure. Well, the answer from a factual basis is right now. Yes, the market could go high. You could see even higher highs. That's absolutely possible. A lot of people think there's a lot of strength to come in US indexes. Okay, but that's all potential. Okay, it could occur. In other words, there's nothing wrong with taking your short side value now, because if you look back to where you were previously, you've incredibly fallen. Okay, and you'll notice as well your stock oscillator is up there too. If anyone's wondering about how indicators work, I often say, it's just the way I see it. It can be different for other people, but indicators all do the same thing, more or less. Every single indicator is based off the price data, which you can already see. So it takes an amount of candles, averages them out, prints a line, prints a stochastic oscillator, prints a moving average, and they just tell you different periods of data, and they're all based on average data. So when you're far above average and you're at extremes, you really want to be selling because you're at an above average price. And obviously, if you're selling higher prices, you're going to get more value when it falls to the short side. And similarly, when you're falling, like you had here, the situation is the opposite. You're looking for long side value on falls to the downside, because the only time you're going to get long side value is after a fall. Okay, so I would say, some of the comments from the Fed and places like that are a little bit too optimistic. It doesn't really matter particularly whether you think they're right or wrong. All that matters is price and the reality of economic reports. But you can say that the fall you had from here, which I mentioned short, okay, could be the starting point. It could be just that creeping in of negative sentiment. But nonetheless, I like it short. I'm happy to re-short as a bias. And I'm still just swing short as well. So it might take a minute. The reason why markets are so slow is because everyone's waiting tentatively for that news tomorrow. US inflation, US CPI. So again, like I was saying on my last chart, if you look to your closest 20 MA, and again, if I zoom out, you've always hit the 20 MA. You can see that is routine. Okay, you hit it there, there, it's continuous. Ultimately, you will always hit your 20 moving average, especially, on things that are highly reputable, okay, or widely traded. So I would expect this moving average to come up like this. And this is really good as your first exit and your long side scaling area, okay? So if you're trading the Nasdaq in short, I like it short at these all-time highs. I think you've got great market value at this point. And really, I would be looking to kill it off at least first at your earliest moving average and in line with this level of support. Okay, so you can see as well, like I said, your stock oscillator is opening up slightly. You might find that you get this slightly lower like that, and you come into there. But I definitely wouldn't buy it. I think if you want to buy it, you're just too late. It doesn't really matter. To be honest, it really doesn't matter if you think the US economy or the tech index or the tech sector or, the Nasdaq as a whole. It doesn't matter if you think that it's going to go above this high. If you think there's still strength there, good for you. Lots of people do. But naturally, you should have bought there. And you should have bought there. And you should have bought there. And you could have bought here, lightly, okay? It's not a good time to buy after the move up. You're too late, everyone's drunk, everyone's on the floor dancing, and you've just turned up after an orange juice, okay? You're too late to the party. Just wait, all right? And if you are going to wait, I would let this low break. You might see it on inflation data, we'll have to see. Your 4-hour 100 MA creep up, bring you to early support, and that would be ideal. So that's the Nasdaq.